Do you like pain? You'll love Battle Unit Zeoth then. Here we have a part side-scrolling, part vertical platformer where you control a guy in a mech suit, tasked with saving the city of New Age from the terrible Grein forces. Actually, there's a pretty cool story, which I think you'll agree has been lacking in most games so far. 42 years before the game takes place, Earth was invaded by these Grein alien robot guys, but Earth was victorious. Or so they thought. It turned out that the Grein had built a secret underground base filled with these self-replicating machines. By the time of our story, they had amassed a veritable army down there, and now they're ready to take vengeance. You control the Zeoth mecha, and as you might guess, it's your job to stop this new attack force, enter the secret base, and destroy everything you find. You need to fight your way through 5 stages, 3 of which are left-to-right auto-scrollers, with a couple of vertical, climbing, descending stages in between. Be prepared to have your metal ass handed to you virtually straight away. Enemies fly at you with such pace, and bullets can be pretty tough to avoid due to the size of your character and the somewhat unique control methods. You're in a suit capable of flight, but seeing as how you're on Earth, gravity is very much a factor. So rather than flying or having a jump button, the A button activates your jetpacks, which have infinite fuel fortunately, but you need to keep the button pressed to stay in the air. Your vertical placement is completely defined by your ability to balance hovering and descending. Up and down actually aim your gun up and down, rather than move you about. Left and right do, obviously. You also have infinite ammo, meaning holding B at all times is pretty much a must. There's no let-up for a second. Pressing B twice in quick sequence activates a hyper bomb that kills everything on screen, apart from the bosses, but takes off 2 of your precious health units. There are weapon upgrades, which transform your puny starting weaponry to a formidable spread of power. You start with something called a Vulcan cannon, not related to Star Trek, and collecting power-up blocks allow you to power it up a couple of times into either a beam shot or a laser. They're both pretty strong once you upgrade them, but I find that the beam has a better spread and a faster fire rate, so even though it's a little weaker, the DPS is higher. The challenge is very real in this game, so steel yourself. Health is really hard to come by, and there are no invulnerability frames when you get hit. Oh yeah, there are no extra lives or midway checkpoints either. You'll get the opportunity to continue infinitely, but you still need to beat the whole level in one strike. This is very harsh indeed, and adds to the already crazy difficulty. A couple of respawns per stage wouldn't have hurt. If you manage to make it to the bosses, it only gets worse. They are brutal with lots of attack variation. They'll take plenty of learning and are designed in such a way that there are safe spots, but these keep changing, and the time allowance to make it from one to another is pretty tight. Battle Unit Zeoth is a really rough ride, although the background to your beatdown is outstanding. The music in this game is a sublime, high-tempo, pumped-up racket that accompanies the carnage ahead of you. The effects are great too, and don't override the music in an intrusive way. An even higher level of praise, however, must go to the visuals. This game is one of the most stunning to look at on the system to date. Absolutely gorgeous throughout, especially the bosses, which often take up more than the whole screen, meaning you'll have to fly around them. Upon death, they split apart in this really cool screen wipe effect, coupled with some wicked explosion noises. Although the bosses and your sprite take up a larger than average portion of the screen, surprisingly it doesn't feel cramped. The whole screen is utilised economically and to great effect. There's an awesome looking cutscene once you defeat the final boss, where its gun arm blows up and the whole thing explodes, but don't expect to see it. This game is not a long one, but it will take a massive deal of effort and skill to conquer it. One of the best looking games so far, but also one of the hardest. I might even chicken out a little and say that the difficulty takes away from the enjoyment ever so slightly, and I like tough games. Even so, Battle Unit Zeoth is a real unknown Game Boy exclusive title with no sequels, but one well worthy of your time. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below, and if you can spare a second, give the review a quick thumbs up, it really helps out. Subscribe to the Portable Power Podcast for a new Game Boy review every day from Monday to Friday. Or alternatively, new episodes of the podcast drop every Saturday and Sunday on whichever platform you get your pods. See you later on.